is a Numatic NV-370 from 1996. He has been used just a little bit. I can see some signs of prior use, and yeah, he is completely and utterly dead. So we're going to tear into him, do a little bit of diagnostics, hope that it is an easy fix. Look, he's been used as a platform for a belt sander, and see if we can get him screaming into life once more. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and pneumatic chums. How are you today? Yes, this came from the same place as a UBS Henry that you may have already seen, or you will be about to see. I don't know yet. This is just the first video that I'm doing of them. Yeah, guy bought them over when he picked up his mum's Dysons, bought them over and said, these are from my workshop and they don't work. Can you help? So we will have a look. This is probably the original hose from the machine, because they were nice and long back then. It hasn't got a hose cuff anymore, and I mean, I don't need to peel the tape off to show you the massive crack in the machine end of the hose. Yeah, that could need some work, but let's be honest, it's not the most important thing that we need to start on. No, we need to have a look at this lovely old gentleman of a pneumatic, and what made me immediately laugh was just how mint that writing is. Look at the state of this machine, but that mint writing, that is annoying almost, because, you know, I've seen mint machines with ruined writing. I mean, look, this one, I think it was owned by Gary Barlow at some point, or it's the fact that it's in Great Britain. I don't know, really. Yeah, you poor little thing. The cord hook is snapped, but yeah, look, week 44, 1996. A proper old pneumatic, which means it's going to come with some proper old pneumatic problems. Right, we have ourselves a motor, and in fact we can cheat a little bit and go straight for the jugular, because we've seen this before. If we just pop a screwdriver in here, oh, the motor spins well and doesn't sound like the bearing has exploded, so that is an excellent sign indeed. What's in here? Ooh, look, we have some sawdust. Isn't that a thing? And the filter as well, which I'm not going to bash around too much because it is full of sawdust. Yeah, look at the wheels have seen a little bit of use, but again, I used to like these plastic wheels when I used to work at a hotel and we used pneumatics to clean. You could slide them around. They didn't get caught, because if they did, they would just pull themselves around and sort themselves out, and it was much better. Right, enough of looking in there. We need to concentrate here. Since this is an older schooler NV machine, they must have kept this design going for years and years. Obviously, NV-200 is the identicalest machine bar the bucket. So we can start up top. We should remove the screw. Oh my goodness, it pains me how much of a good condition this chassis is in. What I've got to do now is release the two plastic lugs at the top, which are never intact on one of these, even if the machine hasn't been apart. Oh God, just pop. Have I just broken them? Oh yeah, look, and I've just broken one off as well. So those two plastic lugs there were fully intact until I just came along and ruined it. Okay. The foam probably is dry rotted if we really looked carefully. But yeah, otherwise that is annoyingly good. Let us take out these two screws here, which will reveal, okay, and I've got to pry it up from its tomb. Come on. They're never this decent. And yeah, here we go. Oh yes, I forgot it had a Rifa, but it doesn't actually look like that is our problem, because that looks fine. What we need to do is get our multimeter. Oh, get it out again. It's always out, isn't it? I don't want a knot in my cable. What I want is the mains flex. We shall pop one wire on there. Okay, well that one's fine. And that one's fine. So it's not the wire. That's a bit annoying because I don't know if it'll be broken there. Oh no. Yeah, the switch is fine as well. So we are going to have to open Gary the Numatic and see. I don't know what does that say? NW1 1196. Who knows? Yeah, unfortunately, we are not going to have quite as simple of a job as just having a look at the wiring. I'm going to put this aside because, again, it's very fragile. No, we have to get the screwdriver and take out these 4 screws here around the edge. Flip it over. Oh, pop you down a bit so you can see. So we can see what it's like inside. Again, bar a little bit of sawdust, he's all right. Why are you not working? The motor looks immaculate. That's... Get out. Hey, the motor looks fine. We know it spins because I can spin it. Can I spin the full rotation to look at the fan case and the con? Yeah, that's fine. Right. Again, we're going to have to start with the basics here as well. And we shall remove the carbon brushes. Which do seem to be stuck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's stuck on here as well. This is the older style motor. And again, I think it will live. But we have to faff around with the carbons. Oh my goodness. So, we'll take out the wiring, like so, one there. Yeah, this has never been apart before. We are the first people in here, and I've got a feeling that it's just all of this dust has taken its toll. Then we can remove these 3 screws here. And in theory, yeah, pull all of this up, but not you. And away, and look, this is how easy it is to service these things. There we go, look, the original motor from 1996. And yeah, we seem to have a problem with our carbon brushes. That one is certainly stuck in there, and this one, it seems fine as well. But we'll give it all a good clean up and get it back together and see if it's any happier. Let's give this all a good vacuum out with the Victor V9. Turn on the Victor V9 to the wall. Then when it's all as clean and tidy as we're going to get it, we are going to do one last act of destruction. And that is, give this a wiggle, 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 break, break. And I'm afraid for the purist, this is going as well. That's the last potential flaw in this machine, and it's a Rifa. I'm afraid it's going to go one day. It's the cleanest one I have seen, but look, it's starting to crack. Obviously, when it does go, that's going to be game over. So, in theory, we're going to be enough together to sit this onto here, turn the switch on, and you know what, I don't even think we tested this first, did we? We went straight for the jugular. Was that a good idea? Oh, that smells quite nice. It sounds perfectly fine too. No sparks, nothing. All right, let's get that back together and then we can clean up his base a little bit. He would clean up so well if you could be bothered to sit here and literally pick away at every little bit of paint. You know, there's a little bit there. Oh, always the nice ones that are the worst. So, we have a working vacuum. Oh, we can get rid of this awful broken hose end. Like I said, I did find, I did have it. Oh, I've left it over here. Look. I did find the perfect replacement. Just another non-cracked hose end, which will hopefully just screw into place once I line up the hose. There we go. Now, always keep these from scrap hoses. You never know when they're going to come in handy, because now he has a proper nose that fits him. And now, if we turn him on, we have airflow again. It almost didn't seem that powerful, but then when we think about how damaged the motor is and how not damaged, sorry, filthy, and how filthy this is, this won't be letting anything through, but it isn't torn. I did wonder if that was why this was so full of sawdust, but I'd imagine at some point it probably just got put down on a load of sawdust, like, you know, we'd have been using it. And then have to span down, put it down on some sawdust. Yeah, I think that's probably just as bad as the original one, but for a cheap little clean-up, it has done well. So, there we go. We have fixed this NV-370. He is ready to go back to whatever horrible life he had before and carry on for many more years. So yeah, have you had a pneumatic that's this battered yet runs this mint? If so, do let me know. But until the next time, I and some other needy pneumatic will see you soon. Bye bye.